Hey folks, Will Brink here at brinkzone.com, and the topic I want to cover today is the art of the scam, or how people get scammed in the larger context. Now, there has been methods for misinforming people, misleading people that have gone back as long as human beings have been talking to each other, be it political or business or what have you. And of course, for the context of this conversation, we're going to stick to nutrition or supplements and that kind of thing. But understand this discussion, the methodology has been used to scam people forever and ever. It's been used in pretty much every topic. And of course, the masters of it are very good. They make it seem seamless. And they, of course, end up making a whole lot of money, or become famous, or become political leaders, or what have you. So I'm going to give you a couple of ways to understand this. For example, a classic model of scamming people, what I call the art of the scam, is usually done in a three-part step. And what you do is you generally start with something that is true, you know to be true. You then segue to something that sounds true, or is at least true, or maybe taken out of context, but it's probably true. And then you finish with the complete nonsense, the pseudoscience, or the product you're trying to sell, or whatever. And the reason this works so well is because of the way the human brain is wired. If you start with something that people know to be true, or at least they think they know to be true, the following things you say are more likely to be accepted. And this is classic psychology. It's been known forever and ever. And I'll give you an example. For example, studies have shown that millions of Americans do not eat enough fruits and vegetables, and we know that fruits and vegetables in our diet help reduce disease and cancer and heart disease. Now, a number of studies have shown that certain fruits and vegetables can reduce cancer and heart disease by up to 80%. Now, this product that we have contains 8 of those essential fruits and vegetables shown in the studies in a concentrated form. Okay? Now, did you follow? Did you see where that went? Did you see that? In your mind, did you hear the three-part method, how this works? Now, you can do this with anything, and it's very effective. Now, for example, people like Kevin Trudeau, read his book. He's a master of this, I've got to say, as of the people who've been doing this a long time. So even if you run it backwards, it doesn't work very well. And what I was telling you about how the human brain is wired. If you were to say, the product that we have has 8 fruits and vegetable concentrates, and studies have shown that these fruits and vegetables reduce cancer up to 80%, and most people don't get enough fruits and vegetables in their diet, it doesn't work. You notice, because the first thing I started with was a questionable statement. So your brain is now keyed into questioning what I say after that. If, again, you start with something that you know to be true, therefore the brain accepts this statement, everything I say following that is more likely to be accepted and not questioned. And this is where, and again, you'll see it in marketing. If you go look at the websites of various supplement companies, of other people you will see this stepwise method that is used. Start with the truth, that you know to be true. Segue into something that may or may not be true, or is taken out of context, what have you, and then finish with whatever it is you're trying to sell, your pseudoscience, your total nonsense. So that's the basic methodology that the masters of this, political speakers, and have been using for, like I say, as long as human beings have been talking to each other. And the way you're going to get around something like this is you really have to learn to apply critical thinking skills. People may often say to me, Will, I'm not a scientist. I mean, how am I supposed to know the difference? And you're right. Obviously, having a science background or medical background helps a lot, but you don't have to have one. And what I'm going to do in this video is something that I rarely ever do. I am going to link to somebody else's video right here who does an excellent job of outlining the basic concept of critical thinking and how you can apply basic critical thinking skills to pretty much any topic, which will help people watching this video quite a bit to not waste money, to not get scammed, to not get bullshitted, pardon my French, my Latin, what have you. And this is, something that as a consumer advocate of sorts, trainer, whatever, I've been fighting against forever, trying to teach people how to apply critical thinking skills when they are getting manipulated like that. And like I say, it has a lot to do with how the human brain works, how we're wired. There are technical terms for all of this: cognitive dissonance, expectation bias, so on and so on, that leads into how people are manipulated. But I will tell you, there is a very specific process behind these people who do this type of thing. And like I say, they are masters of it. And sometimes it comes back to bite them in the ass and they end up in jail. But most of the time, they're laughing all the way to the bank on your money, on your disillusionment. And so if you listen to what I'm saying and you start to follow this, even on TV or people talking about it, you will start to see this pattern. You will note how they manipulate this specific flow of information to get you interested, keep you locked in, and then sell you the product. And it is quite intentional, believe me. Again, the people that are good at it do it seamlessly, and they make it seem very normal. But there's just so many examples of how you can do this, and you can do it with programs, you can do it with diets, you can do it with supplements. And again, I'm trying to stay within the narrow part because you can really do it with anything. So check out this video I linked. Try to start to process in your mind when you see this particular method being used when you're reading books, making all sorts of claims, when you're reading supplement ads, and so on and so forth. And I think you will find yourself more educated, or should I say better informed, and able to make intelligent, informed decisions, even without any science background, without any medical background at all. So, I hope this info helps. You might want to sub up. And you can also download some free 5 reports I have. I think, as you see, the information I give here tends to be much more insider-oriented, because I've been in the industry a long time. And I'll see you all in the gym.